Welcome to the Love Circle. Welcome to the Love Circle. Salutations, greetings to each and every one of you. Thank you so much for joining in on this live stream. We are going to pray. And the prayer point is treasures. We're talking about treasures and gems as it relates to this prayer point. And as you know, we're talking about wealth. You can see the apples in the background, different colors. Some are a little green, and another red one, and then the one in the back that may not be as visible is a little different type of color. So it's a combination of the green and the red. And we know that apples are delicious and good for us. And the tablecloth is a gold coloring, which represents wealth. That's right, we're going to talk about those treasures. Not just the natural treasures, but those spiritual treasures. What we cannot touch, which is not tangible, which cannot be exactly seen with the natural eyes or detected by the natural senses. So we're going to talk a little bit about what treasures mean and what it means to have treasures. Because there are some hidden treasures, and we're definitely going to talk about that. It's important. And this is Music Box by Brian Bulger or Bulger. The atmosphere is so serene. The candle is a good scent, and then there's a scent of something similar to lavender, not exactly. Lavender is a good scent, and so is lilac. Lavender, lilac, and so many other different scents like vanilla. So we're going to cover this about the treasures on today. Where are you watching from? What time zone are you in? Are you ready for those miracles? Are you ready to obtain that wealth? Because that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to pray into it, not just talk about it. And wealth does not always mean the same thing to everyone. So I'm going to give a little bit of a definition as to what wealth truly is. So common Hebrew terms for treasure is Otsar, which is spelled Otsar. This is the most common word for treasure and signifies storehouse, treasury, or hoard of accumulated goods. It can refer to material wealth like gold and silver, but also to stores of grain, oil, or wine. And our Maker, our Creator, is described as having treasures of snow, hail, and rain. And that is in Tehillim or Psalm 135, verse 7. The next word is matmon. And matmon is spelled Matmon. This word emphasizes the hidden aspect of treasure, referring to something deliberately concealed. It can be material wealth. It can be material wealth buried for safekeeping, or by extension, spiritual riches that are not immediately apparent. The search for wisdom is compared to searching for matmon. Segula is another word, and it is spelled Segullahh. The term has a more personal meaning, signifying a particular, peculiar treasure or valued possession. And what is referenced is Exodus 19:5, when our Maker calls Israel Segula, a special possession set apart from other nations. It highlights a relationship and a special cherished status. A special cherished status. Spiritual wealth is the concept of treasure. It is not limited to material wealth. True treasure is often represented or presented as spiritual, such as wisdom, knowledge, and a heart aligned with our Maker's will. Eternal value. Many scrolls contrast temporary earthly treasures with the eternal value of treasures in heaven. What is worthless in the eyes of the world can be a priceless, precious possession to our Maker. The concept of Segula emphasizes that people are of immense value to our Maker, our Creator, regardless of their status in this world. And this is Tehillim of Psalm 119, and this is chapter 20. It's pretty long, but it speaks of wealth. Spiritually, treasures and gems represent divine beauty, purity, and eternal value, symbolizing both the worldly and heavenly riches found in spiritual wealth and wisdom. They are used to represent concepts like divine favor, power, protection, and spiritual transformation across various cultures and belief systems. For example, they can symbolize the value of virtues like wisdom over material possessions, or represent different traditions. Symbolic meanings. There are many different symbolic meanings, eternal value, and divine attributes. Gems often represent the divine, pure, and eternally valuable aspects of existence, connecting the material to the spiritual wealth. A heart can be seen as a treasure chest that holds either worldly desires or divine wisdom, with the latter being the true, imperishable treasure. Purity and perfection. That's right, purity and perfection. In many traditions, gems symbolize purity, perfection, and the light of heavens. Healing and transformation. Specific gems are believed to have healing properties or help with spiritual transformation, emotional healing, and manifestation, divine favor and protection. They can symbolize divine favor and are sometimes all used for protection against negative influences. Some may or may not agree with it. It varies from religious group or faith-based groups, but we know that treasures and gems are priceless and important. Gold, silver, diamonds, rubies, pearls, and so on and so forth. Those are only a few examples. The relationship between treasure and the Torah is often spiritual. With the Torah, itself considered a greater treasure than gold and silver. In the Hebrew Bible, Torah, the concept of treasure is often used in multiple ways. Multiple ways. From physical riches to the spiritual status as our Maker's treasure possession among all peoples. The phrase treasure can refer to hidden wealth or to wisdom found in studying the Torah. Spiritual treasure in the Torah. Torah as greater than wealth. A key verse states, "Better for me the Torah of your mouth than thousands of pieces of gold and silver." And that's in Tehillim or Psalm 119:72, emphasizing that spiritual understanding is more valuable than material wealth. Seeking wisdom, that's right, more valuable than material wealth. Seeking wisdom. The book of Mishlei, of Proverbs, connects treasure with wisdom, instructing readers to pursue understanding with the same fervor as one would search for hidden treasures. Very interesting. Very interesting. And there are a few scrolls that speak about the hidden treasures. One is Yeshayahu, Isaiah 45. You can find it there. It says, "I will give you hidden treasures." Riches, that's right, hidden treasures can also be called riches as well. So I'm going to read some of Yeshayahu or Isaiah 45 so that you can have some understanding of that. Here it is. "I will go before you and make crooked paths straight. I will go before you and make crooked places straight. I will shatter bronze doors and cut through iron bars. I will give you treasures of darkness and hidden riches of secret places, so you may know that I am Adonai, the maker and the creator of all, who calls you by your name. For the sake of Yaakov, my servant, and Israel, my chosen one, I have also called you by name. I have given you a title of honor, though you have not known me. I am Adonai, there is no other. Besides me, there is no God. I will strengthen you, though you have not known me, so they may know from the rising to the setting of the sun that there is no one besides me. I am Adonai, there is no other. I form light and create darkness. I make shalom and create calamity. I, Adonai, do all these things. Rain down, O heavens, from above, and let the clouds pour down justice. Let the earth open up. Let salvation sprout, and righteousness spring up with it. I, Adonai, have created it. Oh, to one who quarrels with the Maker, like a pot among pots, like a pot among the pots of the earth. Shall the clay say to the potter, "What have you made?" Or does your work say, "It has no handles"? Or to the one who says to their father, what have you begotten? Or to a woman, what have you borne? Thus says Adonai, the Holy One of Israel and its Maker. Ask me about the things to come upon my children. Then you will commit to me the works of my hands. I made the earth and created people on it. My hand stretched out the heavens and commanded all their host. Wow. Many mysteries. There are many mysteries, and it's very deep. It's deep, the mysteries. So we're going to pray. We're going to declare and decree. But first, before we do that, I'm going to share some of my testimony with you so that it will encourage you and it will lift you up and it will give you hope for the future. As each person has various storms and tests, all of us go through something. Even though some of us go through harder difficulties than others, some of us go through some rough stuff. But I just want to share with you that despite all of what's going on, recently I have not been drained in any way, shape, or form. I'm so thankful for vitality. I'm not drained. I'm not depleted in any way, shape, or form. And that is a testimony in itself because every person desires to have physical strength and longevity and to be at a place where they can be prosperous and not be exhausted. Even at times when you may have felt like you didn't have enough to go on to the next moment or the next day, you have a testimony to share that you did it. You're not sure how you did it, but you know that it got done and it was well with you. So I want to encourage someone watching on the live or on the replay that indeed we are here for such a time as this so that we can push and roar, so that we can go forward and move upward, so that we can encourage others, so that we can be selfless and sacrificial in our love. May we be kind to everyone that we meet. Never give up and never give out. Always continue to push and press and soar high like the eagles. Let your voices be heard. There are blessings and promises and miracles and so much more with your names on it. You have to know. It's not enough just to believe or to think. We have to know. We have to know without any doubt, wavering. We have to know. We have to know the truth and be set free from everything that is not for us. I declare and I decree over each and every one of you watching on the live or the replay that you are blessed to be a blessing because we are blessed to be a blessing. So may you go forth and bless many nations and many generations to come. May you be one who is bold and courageous and also very strong. I declare and I decree the victory in your life, that you will overcome, that you will be in that place to have more than enough, that abundance and that overflow. Congratulations. The victory is yours today. You don't have to wait. You don't have to wonder. It is yours today. Thank you so much for joining in. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, and connect. And again, my name is Shifrah Yocheved Yisrael. I'm here to bring something of priceless value to you, not to take anything away from you. Beloved, I pray, I declare and I decree that you will have sweet sleep. I declare and I decree that you will arise and find everything well. May shalom blanket you. May everywhere that you go, you spread that kindness and that joy. Beloved, sweet sleep and blessings to each and every one of you. Shalom.